So I lose reception for about 2.5 miles down like this real weird windy curve right there. But I'm like a mile from the farm. But I am rolling 70 and the speed limit is going from 75 to 60. So I need to slow down. Alright. Now, right there, it like, I'm telling you, that curve, like if a cop were to sit there, I know it's there, so I'm super good about it, but like it goes from 75 to 60 to 55. Like it just, and I am like, okay, speed trap, corner, but it's like a mile from the farm, so every day. No, Boone sold. Boone is sold. Our website is up to date, so we don't really have a list on social media anymore of like available horses. Basically, Facebook doesn't want animals to be sold on Facebook because I guess Facebook feels like they can't really control who buys the animals, which I don't know why it would matter to them. Like, shouldn't that be between the animal owner and the buyer? But Facebook feels like when you just blatantly advertise horses on Facebook, unless it's through like a public auction, or like there are kind of loopholes, I guess. Like they do allow like auction ads and things like that where they're being sold like at a auction. For me, I could make ads that said like our address and like a specific date, and that would be okay. My problem is that I don't, even if those had been like, people would report them and you fight it and you win the fight, every once in a while, even when it says like, we're sorry that we got this wrong and we have put your content back on Facebook, there's a glitch that still keeps like some of your Facebook stuff in Facebook jail. Like I had a post that somebody reported, Facebook took it down. I requested a review. They literally said like, we are so sorry that we got this wrong. They put the Facebook post back up, but I still can't comment in any groups for like 7 days, because even though they put the post back up and it was wrong, like the system has like a glitch to where it didn't actually remove like the account restriction, even though it put the post back up. So I sent a message to like Facebook support, and the Facebook support that I have through my business page was like, we don't handle personal Facebook matters. Like, I'm not sure. She was like, just shake your phone and report a problem. And I said, yeah, but you know, how many people do that a day? And she was like, oh, probably 1 million. And I'm like, yeah. So by the time that they actually get around to seeing like my problem that I reported, even though I've done it, like I went ahead and did it, so maybe they can fix the glitch. Like it's long since, like it'll be a month after, you know, the glitch affected me. Like I'll have my Facebook posting abilities back in groups before Facebook will actually see that there was a glitch. But I did report it so that in the future, you know, they will know that there's an issue with that, but I don't think Facebook cares. The good news is, though, that I will get 2 months of monetization from commercial revenue at once. And to me, that sounds outstanding. Like, that's going to be one big ass check. You guys realize that, right? Like, that's going to be one big ass check, because all of my commercial revenue for 1 month is like being held until they go through all of that. Amazon Prime. Okay, that's a lot of Amazon Prime packages. I can always tell if it's something that we ordered or if it's something that you guys have sent, because my Amazon Prime says Tara and Jacob Thompson. I don't know why. So the packages that I order come to Tara and Jacob Thompson to this address, and then the packages that you guys... Okay, this is a fucking... Shut the fuck up. Good news is it's not mine. Bad news is it doesn't matter if it's mine. The dog shouldn't be trying to take things. Elizabeth's dog every day, like, barks and growls at me. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You live on my place. She has no concept of that at all. Okay, all right. Zero concept of that. So I'm fixing to, I think Marley is here. Hang on, you guys. Let me see if Marley's here. I'm going to give her a donut hole. Okay. I don't see her in there. Let me call Dylan and see, because I'll drive on back there to her if she is. Okay. Hi, hey, is Marley here? Mm-hmm. Well, let me call him. First of all, my bridge is fantastic. My bridge is here, just so y'all know. It looks fantastic. I'm like, Dylan, I think, is the one person in this world that, like, doesn't keep his phone on him. He just doesn't.
Hey.
Hey, did Dylan bring his child?
His child? Dylan, did you bring your child? No.
I brought her donut holes. He said he was bringing her.
Donut holes, so.
Tell him he's fired.
He said he'll eat them. She said you're fired.
I wondered, he said yesterday he was going to bring her, and I thought, man, it's fucking cold, but he was like, yeah, but she, you know, she hangs out in the truck on her iPad, and I was like, all right, so I stopped and got her donut holes. I'm sure he'll eat them. All right, well, that's fine. Marley's not here. I'm devastated.
You're heartbroken, but it's okay.
It's okay. I'll survive. Yep. I was actually going to load her up with me and take her with me to Ritual, and I've got a hair appointment, so I was going to take her with me, but that's okay.
Aww.
That's all right. Tell Dylan to, oh, y'all are catching shit. All right, I see what you're doing. I see y'all. Yeah, the bridge is fantastic.
Those two horses outlaw and Roni up here, too.
Oh yeah, they text Jacob and, like, apologized, told him how sorry that they were. Didn't fucking apologize to me. Oh no, they apologized to my fucking husband. And then told him that they want us to just keep those horses and sell them to recoup the feed and the effort, and that they really appreciated everything I had done for them after all that they said. Then they were like, we're really sorry. That shouldn't have been posted. Just keep, like...
So, are they not coming to get them?
Fuck no, now they're not coming to get them.
All of that. They literally, like...
Nope, they don't want them. They were like, we don't have anywhere.
Get the check in the mail yesterday, and they were like, oh shit.
I think when I told him the address that the father-in-law, he was like, because he was like, well, I've been on the road and my trucks are broke down. And I was like, well, this is the original address that he told me to send it to. And then after we mailed it, he changed to this address, and he was like, oh, well, I can tell you it didn't come to my business. And then he was like, but I have been on the road. And, like, I could tell all of a sudden he was like, oh shit, like, that check got mailed to my business and my trucks have been broke down, so I haven't been there. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't give a fuck about your problems.
Yeah, I watched that on the live this morning, and I was literally like, you've got to be kidding.
Were you fuming mad? Were you like, we fucking took such good care of those horses?
I realized, like, damn, it costs money to give them food and water.
I did all of that for free.
We did for them.
I did all of that for free. And you know what, Jess? All of those horses sold, and I gave them the money the horses brought. So if I would have Like, if I would have, bought horses like at a sell barn and sold to those same customers, that would have been profit, like in our pocket, like in my family, like in Jake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime Jacob makes profit, that's what pays.
That your horses could have gone to. All that money could have gone to you guys rather
Yes.
than them. You
Yes.
guys didn't even get like a commission.
I didn't
on
even
selling them, and
no.
they still threw a fit.
Because they didn't get the money fast enough. And what bothers me is our original agreement. Our original agreement was when all 7 horses sold, I would just send them the total of all 7. And the only reason that changed, one check, right. So the reason that changed, and the reason I said that is because most people checked out on my website, and it takes like 3 to 5 business days for the money to get like from the credit card processing service, like to the bank. So I didn't want to owe them. And I explained that. I was like, I just don't want to owe you the day that the horse sells, because if they check out on my website, it takes like 3 to 5 business days. So if they check out on a Saturday, I might not have the money till the following Friday. So I have proof that on the 16th, whenever he messaged me and he said like, hey, my water, the Palomino is leaving.
Yeah, Cassidy.
Yeah. Who's leaving today? Did she text you? Okay.
Yeah, she messaged me.
And she's picking up the sport horse, right? The pretty Palomino sport horse?
Yeah, the young Palomino.
Yeah.
With the really like white face, blue eye.
Yes.
Yes, he's a sweet one. I told her he's a real sweet one.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Lucky.
So, listen. So, when he messaged me, okay, on the 16th, okay, are you ready for this? He said, like, his water well broke, and he was like, if you don't mind, will you just go ahead and pay me for the ones that have already sold? And at that point, I told him, like, I don't have access to that money yet, because, like, it goes to Jacob's account. But that morning was when Pyro sold. He was the last one to sell. So you have to remember that, like, Pyro sold on the 16th. I didn't even have the money in Jacob's account the day we mailed the check for those horses. We were just going to like, I was just going to go ahead and pay them.
The soonest that money would have been in your account would be the 21st.
Right. So as of the point he was asking me to go ahead and mail him a check, I hadn't even been paid for the last horse. So I just told him, like, it's going to be like the following Thursday before Jacob is back from the sales. And when he gets here, like, we'll put a check in the mail to you. And I looked, and it was, Jacob got in on the 22nd, and then the tracking shows that the check went out on the 23rd.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was another thing. Like, Jacob shot them over the tracking. And of course, like, no, I fibbed. Jacob, I just looked, it went out on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. So, like, it shows that it was dropped off or whatever on the 23rd. And then, like, so it shows, like, you know, like, tracking created, but it doesn't show any movement until the 24th. And then it was not even in Dallas until the 29th. And it just shows that it was in Weatherford on the 3rd.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. Like, so, yeah. Yeah.
That's really frustrating.
So, I guess when you drop stuff off that doesn't, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it shows like it was dropped off, but it doesn't show any, like, movement until the following day. Like, it doesn't show, like, en route or anything until, like, I guess the next day. So my problem with all of this, Jess, is I want to throw hands.
You want to what?
Throw hands.
Yeah. No, seriously. And, like, they went to the hate group. I was literally like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, the stupid.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, so I know for a fact, because Gay's daughter said in the beginning, like right after it happened, that Desi reached out to her and was like, I just want you to know that your mother was a friend of mine also, which is not true at all.
Yeah.
And that to me is disappointing, but that's what Desi does. Like, she manipulates people in that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when she kept calling Elizabeth Beba like they were friends, like, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, like, no, that's not, you know. So anyway, and she was like, I got close to her through her purchases at Thompson's, and none of that's true. Like she didn't say good things about you to me. Like, that's not true. Like,
so were these horses ones that she actually grained every day?
You know, that's a conversation that we had about Vegas. Like, I mean, Gay had even been like, I'm just so grateful that he was at Corbett. You know what I mean? Like, that he wasn't standing here when all that happened. So, anyway, like, I just know that there were not nice words exchanged between Gay and I about Desi. So, for her to reach out, but that's what she does. So, it almost makes me wonder if she didn't, like, spark this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Being like, oh, you haven't.
I was thinking when you had first told me that the husband was, like, saying crap and, like, he wanted the money and everything.
Mike.
I was just like, those people in the hate group go out of their way, like.
They do.
It is their one life mission, and so I would not be surprised.
They have, so Rebecca Campbell told us that she was part of a secret, like, so you can make groups on Facebook, Jess, that are like private chats, and it is literally called, like, Strategy Sessions to Destroy Thompson's is like the name of their chat. Like, they've named it Strategy Sessions, and then underneath it is like to destroy Thompson's. Like, so there are literally a group of women. Like, there's a group of women who wake up every day and chat in a secret group called Strategy Sessions to Destroy Thompson's. And, like, it's not a joke. Like, so when the cop from where I live reached out to, like, Stacey Mazza and Rebecca Campbell and, like, all of those people, the one thing that he did find is that Cindy Harrison, whatever, is not... That's not a real person. That's Desi. That's a fake. That is Desi's fake profile, because he found the IP address kept coming back to Tennessee Colony or whatever it's called, New Colony, Texas, or whatever it's called. And so she was originally from Illinois, so she just used like an Illinois address from where she lived before to like get a burner phone for that. Yeah. But that IP address keeps hitting in the little town that Desi's from. So we knew, like, so the private investigator and the guy that, so that's who turned me into CPS. It was Desi, because it was Cindy, but Cindy's not a real person. That's Desi.
Yeah, no, they're so stupid. They're so stupid.
They are.
Like, oh my God,
it's just disappointing, and like, I don't really know.
Does she still have plans of getting her, or is she just like, no?
It's $50 a day.
Has she like said though, is she gonna come get her?
No, she said she's gonna sue me. She said she's gonna sue me.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh my gosh.
Please let me know.
Literally, like, just insane. Like, I was telling my mom about it, and she was like, who the fuck just wakes up and is like, oh my God, the horse got a cut. I'm suing you all.
That's over a $750 horse.
You scammed me.
That's literally what happened. Woke up.
Yeah, I was like, literally, she just woke up and like, forget the fact that those people literally were calling her husband that they found through Facebook on Messenger, trying to get her to wake up to see, like, hey, do you want us to take this horse still, or do you want it to stay here until this is healed? And, like, she nope. That just opens her eyes, and I've been scammed.
I don't know. I mean, who do I get to, like, blame for peyote getting EPM? Like, did y'all scam me, Jess? Like, I mean, it's the same logic. Like, I came out here and peyote had symptoms of EPM. I think I've been scammed. I'm going to need you and Brandon to fork over some money. Do you think the judge is going to side with me?
Oh, my God.
Where's my stepdaughter? I really brought her donut holes, and I also was going to ask if she wanted to go have her nails done while I got my hair done. I, like, really planned our day out.
Today?
Yeah.
You should have told me.
You said you were bringing her. So I, like, literally was like...
I heard it.
I decided it was too cold.
It is cold. That's why I was just going to take her with me.
I didn't want her to get sick.
Yeah, that's right. I told him that too, and he was like, yeah, she's gonna come. I was like, it's freezing, but okay.
Definitely would have brought her though.
Yeah, I know you would have. I just kind of decided that I was like, you know what, it's cold, so she can just chill with me all day. It's okay, she missed out. You want her donut? I brought you a kolache. My work husband. That's what they decided. We're trying to figure out what exactly this is. Oh yeah, there's normal donuts. There's kolaches. And look, I brought her sprinkle donut holes because sprinkles are for winners.
Wow.
Oh no. This Velvet was in my driveway. Does this belong to you or Jess?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Jess thing. Okay. I don't use pro-choice. There's a pro-choice Velvet in my driveway. Kolache.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, and then there's donuts. There is a professional choice Velvet in my driveway. I picked it up. Listen, I should take pictures of you eating the hot dog. It'll just go more with the...
No.
It'll go more. It'll go more with the narrative that
No.
you like the wiener.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. One thing about your daughter not being here, I can give you way more hell. My bridge is fantastic. Did you see all the pool noodles?
Mm-mm.
They're all in the back. 30 of them.
Where'd you find them at?
Lowe's.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I had an emotional breakdown last night. You missed it. It was great.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. In moments like that, I know I'm a psychopath. Do you ever feel that way? Do you ever have moments?
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's
Do you
fucked up.
ever have moments though that where you're like, yep, yep.
I feel like we
I don't
all
ever claim
do.
I'm psycho.
But what makes
You're what?
I said I
not
don't ever
psycho
claim
or
I'm
like
psycho.
the
Oh, I know I am.
from the not psycho is when you realize it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Jess. Jess just made a valid point. She was like, "You're not psycho when you when you never claim it." See, like at least I claim it. I know, like this is irrational behavior at very best, but I just don't want to sit with these emotions right now and be an adult. So I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum on live video. I think that's facts. Come here, get your donuts. Hi.
Hello, I love your braid.
I love your braid.
Thank you.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, at first I thought it was one of my bell boots, and I was like, "Nyeh," and then I was like, this is Jess. Still, nyeh.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh,
Okay, come here. Come look at my fucking house this morning.
what happened?
Well, first of all, let me just tell you that I know that Mosquito is a puppy, so I had
Still
put
there?
She jumped up on this chair and jumped up on my countertop and destroyed the registration papers.
Oh my god.
She destroyed the registration papers to horses.
It's just getting it so
Fuck yes! No, they're destroyed. She destroyed all the
Oh, shit,
registration
okay.
papers. Like she
I told
tore
that
open
lady this morning.
No, they were in manila envelopes. She ripped the this is manila envelope. And then there's just like okay, so these Anderson Bean boots that are in the floor. Listen,
How do I
we're in this chair. They were in this chair.
take them?
Oh yeah. I mean, you're just gonna have to. I mean, the papers are going to. It's like when you tell people, "I'm so sorry that the dog ate my homework." No, my dog fucking ate your registration papers. Yeah, well, they are mailable, but they are going to have to be. I really think she just chewed the corners. Yeah, that's not the right kind of tape.
Yeah, I think you need
Clear
The
tape.
back of
Yeah.
it.
Charlie, put your pink thing up. Listen, Charlie gets in Jess's diesel. Do you want to tell the live people here the story, Jess? Come here. Come on, Jess, come tell them the story of the dog.
Amy Catherine, and her daughter goes, "What's jizz?"
What's jizz? Oh my god, she's 15.
But Brandon was crying.
He was
and
crying.
Amy goes, "Brandon, relax. She's only 15."
So, Charlie jumps in Jess's truck, which is a diesel, and he sits his big giant balls on the console. And I guess the vibration from the console does nice things to Charlie. And he's currently, well, you see, Dylan, you would never believe it till you saw it, right? Dylan's like, oh, he gets, like, sometimes he'll get on her console and, like, be backing up. And, like, before you know it, he's doing this motion and his butt's on the console. And he's like, and then he starts this. And then he's, like, licking his lips. and then like hunching the vibrating console, and then Jess is like, oh no, it's gonna happen, and then it does, and then Jess is like, why? And I'm like, we have to get that dog neutered. We have to get that dog neutered. He does.
In front of Crystal, and that's what she said. He needs to get neutered.
He did it in front of Crystal. Like, this isn't a secret. Like, he has done this now in front of Amy Catherine. He's done it in front of the vet and his sister. Now he's done it in front of Dylan. But, like, if you told people that Charlie did that, they'd be like, no way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, Charlie.
Are you done?
Now he's done.
Nothing.
He's done, and he got in the back seat to take a nap.
That's why he's so tired all the time.
It is why he's so tired all the time. He wears Jess's console out. Charlie, it's more than lipstick. I just think he'll back up to that console and he'll get to like doing this motion, and you're like, Charlie, Charlie, and then you're like, oh, not normal. Leanne, he shouldn't be in there. Yes, his red rocket does. He's like, lipstick anyone? And we're like, no, Charlie, no. He told me you needed Dayquil, and my response was, and I quote, Dayquil does not cure a hangover. He's like, I was not drinking. You gave him Alka-Seltzer?
Right.
Do you?
Go well with coffee.
You don't have medicine? It doesn't go well with coffee. I mean, I can go grab some. What do you need? Donuts. There's also kolaches. No, thanks. Kolaches? It's a weenie. It's a wiener. You want me to show you what to do with it?
No.
I can show you what to do with it.
No. Okay.
Let me show you what to do with this wiener, Jess. Are you watching? Are you sure?
No.
Just watch, Jess. You can break the weenie in half. Look, Jess, half a wiener.
Are they like
Whole wiener?
Okay, I'll try one.
Yes, they're delicious.
I don't know.
Yeah, good job, Jess. Put the weenie in the mouth. It's not too bad. In case y'all are wondering, it's this inappropriate every day at my facility. It's every single day. 365 days a year. I don't know what a chode is, but I'm going to tell you that sounds like a dirty word. And, is a chode like a... Like, talk to me about this. Listen, Charlie doesn't have any desire to chase females. Every day when Jess pulls in the gate, he runs for her truck with zoomies. So excited to get inside the truck because he knows. Actually, it's a teeny weeny shriveled up short wiener. Don't want no. How's that song go? I don't want no. Yeah, let's just TikTok it. She is beautiful. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome, my work husband. We did get him caught for you. And then he was like so good, like nothing ever happened, like he's never been a psychopath before.
Poor guy. He just can't see.
Out of one eye, but it's been like that.
Yeah.
The other eye is fine. And you know what's really funny is he was so good. Like, when he first came here, he was like the perfect gentleman. He was like, I heard you kill horses. I'm going to be fantastic. And then the moment he realized that we, like, feed and we're nice to you and you're probably not going to die, he was like, fucking anarchy! I mean, literally, I felt one day in my soul that he was running through the pasture and he was like, I don't know what it means, but I like it. And I'm like, please, we just need to catch you and you have a good mom and she's older. Please don't be a psycho. Your mother doesn't need a psycho. And he's like, and I'm like, Risky, please. Yeah. I told her that I thought you working with him a couple of times, like, I mean, if it doesn't get better, I might try to find him a different home and find her a different horse. Because, I mean, they're like first-time horse owners. They had horses when they were kids, but that's, you know, that's a long time ago. And Joey...
In the saddle, and that's their only horse.
But the thing is her husband is, like, really scared. And see, Joey is, like, the opposite. He is fantastic. And Risky, I'm telling you, it's like... He was so good that I didn't bother him. He was, like, fantastic. He just wanted to be loved. And then the moment that and I don't know if it's because Peaches was in there. You know how sometimes horses will get... We tried to put him with Joey, and then he was mean to Joey. And that lady was like, oh my God, I don't want him mean to Joey. And I'm like, me either. So he went from being, like, a good boy to kind of, like, dick of the century. Yeah. Oh, no, he was, like, broke to death. But when he came here, he was also, like, easy to catch and came right to us. And up there in the front pen, like, when we first unloaded him, he, like, came right to me and was like, get me out of here. I'm a good boy. And in the moment, he reminded...
got so much space to run in. They can get away pretty easy.
But I'm saying, up there, with all those other horses, he came, like, he sought us out and was like, hello, I'm really going to need you to get me out of here. And then the moment he was turned out into a paddock with feed, he was like, I'm never leaving here. You can't catch me. They feed twice a day back here. And I'm like, Risky, I promise your mom will also feed twice a day. And he's like, I'm not taking any chances. Where I came from, they didn't. So, I don't know. But see how good he is? Like, a completely different animal than the one you're chasing around the pasture like a feral beast. Look at him. He's like, I didn't do any of that. He's literally looking at Dylan and thinking, I didn't do any of this. She's not telling the truth. But you saw it. You were here. You know. Hey, Risky's like, no. That didn't happen. See, I'm fantastic. But see, when they went to catch Peaches and they took her out because she left, he, like, stood at the gate and was like, wait, don't leave me. And then Dylan just walked back in and, Brandon walked back in and put the halter on. And he was like, yeah, take me to my woman. So maybe that was the... But see, we took him out of the pen with her and put him with Joey. And then he was mean to Joey. So we just need to decide, like, I just told Brandon, like, in the barn and stuff, like, let's just watch him for, like, proud cut behavior. You know what I mean? Like, let's just evaluate where that behavior came from. That way, at least.
Super buddy sour, too.
He could be. Well, I thought if he was just super buddy sour, why didn't he love Joey?
Peaches is a mare, right? Joey's a gelding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like gelding.
Maybe he doesn't like geldings. Maybe he doesn't like men bigger than him.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm alpha, bitch.
I'm alpha. And Joey's like, I'm just trying to eat alfalfa. Joey's like, alfalfa's my favorite snack. Please stop chasing me. Look at him, look at you. He's like, nothing she's saying is the truth. He's like, call Ann Rudd. I need this reported to the hate group. These are lies on my character. He's like, Dylan, ring up Desi. He just doesn't know, does he? He basically is pretty sure I'm a liar. He's positive. Look at him. Look at that. You see it, don't you? He's like, yeah. He just keeps, like, eyeing us. Like, But it's funny because for a horse that was that feral acting, like, to tie him up, he does not paw. He doesn't set back. He doesn't kick. You know what I mean? Like, now he's like the most... And that is what I told Brandon. I'm just glad that once we got our hands on him, he's like a good boy again.
I think he'll be
Biggie sold.
Especially if he's gonna be by himself and spoiled.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get
The lady that bought Mimi is getting you to haul her.
Who?
Mimi? I'll try. Oh no, I guess Marlon, she said she was going to call you and Marlon.
Mimi.
You're not coming till the 21st to California.
Right. Is that the pony?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure she already hired me.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, let's just make sure so that if she's not using you, we can still find you. Because how many spots do you have open to California?
3. Yeah, 3. I'm pretty sure she sent me a deposit already.
Well, there's more than one pony. I sold a couple.
Going to California?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I sold Mimi.
No, I got it. It's a boy. It's Blue Eyes.
Toby Blue Eyes.
Toby, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to California.
Can we put him in your tack room? Can we make you a ramp?
Yeah.
I mean, we did it. I've done it before. Like in my trailer. We just made a little ramp. It was pretty cute.
Yeah, my tack room's big enough.
We just put
And I
tarp.
put shavings down.
Yeah, we just put a tarp and then shavings over the tarp. Yeah. And then we made a little ramp. It was super cute. It might still be back there, actually. It was like 2 of those with like wood. And for the pony, it was fine. We just put like a piece of plywood. Yeah. And then when I got here, somebody robbed the piece of plywood to fix something. And it's still back there.
Yeah, I put a couple ponies in there.
He's big enough we probably can't pick him up.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably 10 hands tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, so he's a pony, but he's not like mini. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Mimi's going, and then this pony right here sold and is booked too. Wisconsin.
Yeah. I got her too.
Yeah. And then Biggie is going to Connecticut? Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Who's going with you on that trip?
Like driving with me? Jonathan.
Oh, I'm good. I don't know him. I want to go to Salem. Oh, is that the one that sped in here like his ass was on fire? Yeah. Dylan got an ass chewing. A real one. Tinley was like running around and I mean, he just didn't know. So he just came in here and he was like texting and I'm telling you, I grabbed that child up and I went to him. He was like, and I was like, I swear to fucking God, if my husband was here, he'd whoop your ass. He was like, he just was like trying to be, he was like, oh, and I was like, first fucking of all, when you pull in my driveway with all these animals, you get the fuck off your phone. Like, he was like, did he call and tell you, like, she's a psycho? Oh my God, Dylan, I almost died. She tried to eat my soul. I did. What is it?
The lady with the donkeys called me this morning.
Called you back, yeah?
And she was trying to find, I told her I couldn't do it probably till the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her you were cool with that. And
yeah.
To call you. But, she was worried about getting out of here. I was like, they're fine. I mean.
Yeah, I think there's always the narrative with rescues that any kill pin is like gonna destroy your animal. And
they got plenty of hay, plenty of water. You know.
And a shed, yeah. I mean, I guess you can always take a picture of her donkey herd and just be like, hey, your donkeys are doing great today. Like,
I was going to ask you if I could take a short video.
Yeah, they're not bothering anybody. Yeah. I have them separated because the ones in the first pen are sold to someone else. So I just separated all of her donkeys and put in B2. And the donkeys in B1 aren't hers, just so you know. Just these are hers. And there's 2 mamas and a baby in B1. They belong to somebody. And then there's 1 mammoth. And she belongs to somebody. She's a little yearling mammoth. Oh, okay. And then in this pen, the other 14 belong to that lady. There's a couple of babies and stuff too. I just didn't want I didn't want Jackie and Jill to get mixed up and for people to get the wrong donkeys.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah, so the donkeys that are sold to other people are in B1. The donkeys that are sold to her in B2. So nothing in there belongs to anybody but her. Except for the one recip mare that's out there. But in her defense, she can't get along with anything else but the other mare. Like there's the 2.
Oh, that horse is going too?
No, there's 2 mares that were in B2 because they get along with only each other.
Oh, okay.
But then they were fantastic with the donkeys.
Oh, gotcha.
But when we put them with other horses, they both were very, like, hay bale and water aggressive.
Gotcha.
But actually how it happened is that day I told them just run them in B2 and make sure they don't chase the donkeys. And we'll find somewhere to put them. Yeah. And then Jess was like, they love the donkeys. They were like scratching the donkeys' backs. And they were like, hello, little tiny minions. I think the bay mare thinks that she's like, what's the guy with the minions? The bald-headed guy. You know, and he's, yeah. That's her. She's like, my minions will take over the world tonight. And I'm like, oh, that's... Nope, those are donkeys and they're too lazy. Like, look at all of them laying down. Yeah, but the bay mare is really smart and she's really, like, she's so intelligent, she's almost impossible to deal with. Yeah. So, because of her impossible talents, she's in there with the donkeys and she loves them. I do think she's trying to plan to take over the world, though. Because we were calling her and the sorrel mare Pinky and the Brain. She was the brain and the sorrel mare was Pinky. That's the one that, like, tried to kick his teeth out. Yeah. Yeah. So it was Pinky and the Brain. And now they have a herd of minions. Yep. That is pretty much how that works. Grew. So my dad is currently buying horses online in a thoroughbred auction. 12:30. My appointment's at 12:30. Yeah. And of course, like, I am like, I have one thoroughbred and I really love that thoroughbred, but yes. And I like the one in foal 2 right rigger. I have a right rigger and I really love mine. He was like the New Mexico leading thoroughbred sire. In the summer, my dad goes to New Mexico, so we buy New Mexico breds to support my dad. I have some Oklahoma breds too, but...
Didn't one just die?
Which one?
One of the thoroughbreds?
Yeah, but I mean, Medina's, the one that... Yeah, the one that won the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, but that shit happens, like... People just... The thoroughbred industry has kind of collapsed from within because people are trying to cater too much to animal activists who really don't have any idea of what horses are really like to take care of every day. Like, now they want to genuinely make it to where you can't use a chain over their nose, and there's a lot of horses that'll hurt themselves. Like, that, I mean, that doesn't make sense to somebody. That is like the stupidest thing in the world to somebody that doesn't understand about horses, to try to explain to them that that nose chain keeps them safe. Like, to them, it's just a chain on their face and you're abusing them. They don't realize that that is a very effective way to keep a horse. That's then they were like, well, so then some lady was on there saying if these horses had more turnout time. So they're trying to force racetracks to build paddocks, which I don't know that that's completely bad for some of the older horses maybe that are like coming out of training that need like a safe place to be. But I mean, I can already tell you that I brought a racehorse home and it ran into one of these fences, into one of mine. And like, thank God the wire just kind of like bounced it back. But had it been a wood fence or a pipe fence, that bitch would have went right over through. It was I brought a Fury of the Wind home named Apparent Danger. I brought her here in January. And the very first day she was here, she was like running laps and she just like dead aimed for the fence and just... And it just like knocked her back, and then she just like jumped up, tail up, and took off. And had it been any fence but this wire, it would have been a fucking wreck. And I mean, she had bell boots on and polos because she still had race plates. So like fucking just bounced. And luckily she hit dead center instead of like the post. And she was strumming when she did it. I was like, oh! Like, I literally, like, I just remember cracking an eye and she was jumping up and I was like, please don't break a shoulder. Please don't have a broken shoulder. Like, she like fucking ran right back off and I was like, Jesus Christ almighty. My soul left my body for like 15 seconds. So,
That's crazy.
well, I mean, and then this lady over here is mad that her $750 horse cut its knee and my $20,000 one bounced off the fence and ricocheted back. Like, shit just happens, man. Hey, all of my Frisians do a thing. Has Jess showed you? Every Frisian on this property climbs the fence. They stand with their feet. Even Pixie. I know Pixie has to really be... You know her name is Pixie D. Stripper?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So Pixie gets on the gate and, like, puts her feet and then gets up and they stand and, like, cross their feet and, like, stand like a human with their feet. All of them. Victoria, Cambria, and Pixie, like, you'll be driving and it's, like, fucking wild. You'll be driving along and all of a sudden there's, like, 3 horses standing on the fence looking over at you and you're like... There's nothing about that that's normal. That's when you know that Frisians might have a little bit of a demonic possession. When Jess told me that, she's like, it scares me in the mornings when I'm like, and I look over and they're like standing there and I'm like, nah. And I'm driving the other day and all 3 of them were on the fence and I was like, not normal behavior at all. All right. So what's the plan today? Where are we going to put the bridge? Have we decided what and where and who? There's really not enough room right here to do shit.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you, like, since you're always videoing up here, maybe in like one of these pins, the front pins.
Yes, I do think that that's not a bad idea. The only problem, and we can turn one of the, like, put the trail course in them.
Yeah.
I just know that, like, wherever we put it, the horses are going to constantly fuck with, like, the pool noodles and...
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, can you spare a pin? No.
No. I'm actually, like, if I could expand, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because anything that's...
Or half of a pin? To put
So,
hot wire up? Maybe?
we were going to cut C4 in half and put the back part of C4. Because when you go down this road, there's another road and you can travel straight down it and C4 has a gate at the back. Like, it would be just like...
Where the barrels are, right?
Yeah. So in that back left corner, there's a gate. So we could cut that pin in half. And it's much bigger. So we would have, like, a ton of room. The only thing that I would just have to get off my ass and venture away from the barn to video, which... It's like, it's not that I can't do that. It would literally add 2 minutes to each horse, which is nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I've complained about worse, I promise. I've complained about less as well, though. But for right now, I mean, we could probably just, you know, catch Colt 45 and Peyote and use their pin. Cole's the only problem. He's a bastard to catch, and when he gets loose, he terrorizes the world.
Well, I mean, they're not gonna hurt this bridge. They can climb.
No,
on it.
right. I definitely... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, and they may just leave it alone because it's pool noodles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. What?
I'm gonna go catch Peyton real quick.
Jacob is so funny. Okay, you're gonna catch Peyton.
Yeah.
What about the Brit? Like, let's just time out. How many do you have to do today? Risky, Joey, Peyton, Harold.
That's it.
Harold is fantastic. He's beautiful. You will love him.
I was gonna bring him up here, but they said he wasn't real good.
Yes, he is. You won't have any trouble with that horse. No, you won't. You won't have any trouble. Just snap him on the walker. I mean, he's never bred anything. So he just... And I try to tell him, like, so the whole thing is, I mean, he was just a stud for a while.
Yeah.
And he got a little unruly. And it really wasn't his fault. It was also because he was trapped in a stall for an extended period of time. Because, you know, he couldn't be turned out with anything because he was a stud. So he stayed stalled. He got sweet feed and he got on the walker every other day for 30 minutes and he was high as a kite like a racehorse. And that was a lot of the problem. Wasn't that he was steady. It was just that he was full of piss, vinegar, and sweet feed.
Is he sold already?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
No, you know,
Yeah.
I have... Yeah. yeah, just, I wanted to give him time to be a gelding. And he's really beautiful. So I kind of told Jess, I was like, you know, somebody paid for him and then never picked him up. And then somebody else paid to have him gilded. And I was like, Jacob...
Oh, he's already gilded.
Yeah, so Jacob doesn't have any, like, say in that. You know what I mean? Like, he's not Jacob's anymore. So I would like to kind of get him... When you see him, this thing is stunning. He's an American warm blood. He's like half Dutch warm blood and half thoroughbred. I'm telling you.
He's over there in that corner.
Yeah, he's in the second to last pin.
Yeah.
He
looks like a nice boy.
And he's had time under saddle. Like, he's broke. He just got really fresh in a stall. So I had him turn him out. And he lost a little bit of weight because he just ran the pin. But more so, he just got fit. Like, sometimes I drive by there and he kind of looks thoroughbred-y. And I'm like, it's a warm blood. It's a warm blood. It's a warm blood. You know what I mean? Like, But right now, he looks a little... But, I mean, he's in the croup on his ass. Like, you could pour a 5-gallon bucket down his back and it would hold water because he's just hard as a rock from running around back there. So he looks fantastic. But I like a fit horse. Like, some people think fat sells. I think fit sells. It's just... But, okay, so we need to set up the course because here's the deal. What about the pool noodles? We can put the T-post, right? And then put... What I was kind of thinking from what I saw a lady put a T-post just in the center of a pallet, not one at each end of the pallet. So we technically could put like, because you said you have 4?
Yeah.
Did you bring them?
Yeah.
Okay. We could put like 2 T-posts and then put a pallet, like put the T-post in the center of the pallet and then wrap like twine like around the pallet and T-post.
Yeah.
So we could do 2 sets.
Oh, yeah.
Like where you could go through and then go through another.
You have 4 pallets?
Oh yeah, for sure. And we have these right here to where we can put a tarp down and then frame it. You know, like I can put, see those?
Oh, the logs.
Yes, but I'm saying we can put like 2 tarps down, but put the poles on top, like where you have to go over the poles, but when they step from the grass, it's onto the tarp. Yeah. Yeah, that is good. I've been thinking about this. And then I saw another one where they took 2 pallets and set the pallets like on the ground and did the noodles like spider legs and put a barrel so that when you go up you like make, and I have the little barrels, like instead of the big ones I asked somebody to bring me 3 barrels, and instead of bringing me 3 like 55-gallon drums, they brought me 3 25-gallon drums. So I have like little barrels so we can put like the 3 barrels with the spider legs. It's fantastic. I have great ideas. I need my minions to do work. Whose? Oh, I thought you meant more drama. I was like, I'm on day 3 of January. I literally like started to have a nervous breakdown when I tell you that my heart was like, my blood pressure just shot through the fucking roof. You were like, did you see that girl's post? And I'm like, where's Elizabeth when I need her? Elizabeth, put the mask on. We're going to do murder. I'm not kidding. Like, everything inside of me just went, no! God damn. I need a fucking vacation. It is horrible. That is what trauma is. Like my therapist is like, that's trauma. And I'm like, no, my therapist, like sometimes I'll be talking and I'll be like, and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll say, listen, I've said to my therapist more than once, like, I'm just a shit human. Her response is always, no, that's just trauma. Like, that's her response to everything. I'm like, I'm a terrible person. And she's like, no, that's just trauma. Yes, I can get a medical card for sure. You know that if I go back to Oklahoma, they would be like, here, baby, here's all the edibles.
I would walk in there and like have stress and start puking. They're probably just not even...
Listen, I can get her in Oklahoma. All I have to do is video 1 car ride with Jess, and she has her own medical card.
Tara was trying to sleep. She kept looking at me and I'm just sitting here like...
Yeah, Have you ever put a dog in the car that's like panting and like puking? Like Jess is in the passenger seat.
No, not just in the car. I get inside. At random times. And
I'm telling you that Jess tried to die in my vehicle. She was like panting. Like, all I could ever tell you is the dog that has like hot spots that licks its hair out, that's Jess. And it's like when you put that dog in the vehicle to take it to the vet to go get its hot spots checked out, and it's like panting and like licking its butt in your car, and then it pukes all over the seat. That's Jess. That's Jess. Hello, this is Tara. Yes, ma'am. That's no problem. What? Oh, I'm not. I'm just fuck off. Some people I don't want as customers. I literally just hung up on that lady. I don't have time for that today. I bought one of Gay's horses and now I just need to know, do I have to return him? Don't call me ever again. Like, don't call me crying this morning because it's a no. I have zero sympathy today. Like, my sympathy is broken. Is he going to be fought over? Am I going to lose him? They don't even want the fucking horses on my property that I'm feeding. No, they don't want him back. You can't be that stupid. They don't want the horse. They want money that I technically shouldn't even owe them yet, but I've already sent. I have no sympathy. Nope. Nope. Do not call me back.
What world do they live in?
I just have decided that I'm going to put the same energy into everyone. Like, I'm going to treat everyone like shit, and then if they stick around, they'll realize I'm a really good bitch. Dylan did it. I treated Dylan with the utmost disrespect several times for...
I really told you you were gay.
That's not wrong. Dylan's like, first of all, every time I came here, you were a crab. Second, you spread rumors about me that I liked penis. 3, you had males contact me that wanted to date me. He was like, and you still come back. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with Dylan? Dylan, you still came back. He what? He did not, and he didn't even shit in our bathroom. I will never get over having to clean that. Ever. We don't have a bathroom. There's a gas station in New Summerfield. Okay, what is this? Let's open some mail. This is for Chance. Are you hauling him? A halter that y'all will probably misplace between now and the time he leaves. I don't know. I don't know. Do you ever feel like that? Like, I have so much shit here. I love that you just provide halters. That way the people don't have to mail them.
Well, I tell them they don't have to, but I did tell the lady with the pony that she can mail them.
Have them mail it to your house.
I did, I told her.
I don't want to keep track of all of that. I can't even keep track of my own soul. Ooh. These are necessary. Yeah. Guess who else loves, this is from Lori Moss. Guess who else loves that wrap? What is it?
You want to see, so let's take out the screwdriver.
Oh my gosh, Tara. Like all the tools off.
All the what? Is this for somebody's horse? See, and I don't know what to do with stuff like this because this is a purple hay net, but it just says JT Livestock and then there's no name and no note. So is this somebody's? It's 2 of them actually. Like, are these ours? Can we use these? Like, I have questions. They might be somebody's, we don't know. Here's 2 more. No, I haven't sold. I've sold a lot of horses lately. It doesn't matter. Then she texted me and was like, I'm sorry to bother you. And I'm like, the lady that just called me like in tears because she's like, and I'm like, yeah, you know exactly who it is. Did you haul that horse? Super nice lady. Yes. Yep. Would you like to call her back, Dylan? She knows you. You can reassure that everything is fine. Thanks. Listen, that's the response that he should have given me. You should have given me that response the first time, and I would have been like, oh, did we just become best friends? Dylan was like, fuck you. And I'm like, we just became best friends. Where was that? What did she say? They do it all the time. Somebody will call, and Jess can testify to this. How many times a week do people call me with conversations that are like out of... Yeah, and like they didn't even buy the horse from me. It'll be a lady and she'll be like, Tara, my name is Barbara and I'm from New Mexico and I bought a horse from the Stanley Brothers in Bastrop. Can I feed this horse oats? Bitch, you can stick the fucking Stanley Brother horse up your ass. That's my response now. The 2022 Tara. Wait, cash at me $50 if you want me to answer your questions. That is the 2022 Tara. It's gonna be a paper phone. Like, you want to talk to me? You have to put your credit card in. You want me to answer your phone call? You have to put your credit card in. Like, it's an automatic $10 fee and $2 a minute thereafter. Some people would still fucking call this motherfucker. That lady. It's how the prison makes money. I am a prison. Oh my God. But I am not kidding. Like, I cannot tell you how many people call me and like are like, I just picked my horse up from Stroud. Do you know? And I'm like, call Toots. Well, she doesn't. Me either. Whatever she doesn't, me either. You didn't buy it from me. Where are we putting the bridge? Okay, so yes, the hay nets are for us. And she texted and said, sorry, they didn't include a note. Thank you. We really did need hay nets. Literally, it says, just like the psychic where it's $3.99 to call. Yeah, that's right. I mean, like, I think I'm going to charge $1.99 a minute to talk to me. A flat $50 fee is perfect. What is it, Jess? This is genuinely how I feel. Does anybody else feel like my next answer is no. No, not only no, but hell no, and probably hell no, fuck you, all at the same time. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be jaded. I don't want to be angry. I don't... What are we whispering about? I have questions. What are we whispering about? Which one was that? Was it Copper? Is it Copper? Is it Copper? Which one was that? So Jess, I guess, had a crazy customer recently, and she said that she put the horse on Dylan's trailer and was like, here's Dylan's number, bye ma'am. It was like, block. And I'm like, is it not sad that people make us, I mean, honestly, Dylan, have you ever hauled for people that you were like, I'm just going to block this number? I don't care if they buy again, I'm not doing it? Like after you called, that's not bad. Like, do not sell a horse to this person ever again, Tara. Do you understand me? Because that's happened. There was a lady that wore me out, and then like a year later, she bought a horse, and about 2 days in, I was like, Jesus. And then it dawned on me who she was, and I had trouble with her the first time. The bitch like threatened to sue me, posted all over Facebook about me, and then buys another fucking horse from me a year later. And then it was who? Yeah, basically, but worse. Yes. Literally, this lady posts all over Facebook, you guys, like, basically that she got her horse and she was so unhappy and all of this. And then, like, 6 months later, I will say she sent me a picture and was like, I'm so sorry, we found a new trainer. The horse is, like, now doing fantastic. And I was like, okay. And then, like, 6 months later, she buys another horse from me, and I was like, it gets there, and she's like, this horse is digging holes. It's like, and I just text back, and I was like, have you taken it to the same trainer that you took the last one to? And she was like, that's a good idea. And I was like, thank God, at least this time I knew what to tell her. Like, Jesus. But the first one, she even, like, posted, like, for, like, 2 months in the hate group how much she hated me. Like, tried to turn me into the state, and then bought another horse from me. Like, how do you bash somebody for months and join the hate group and, like, bash them, and then just one day be like, whoops, I was wrong, so I'm going to buy more horses from you? Like, I'm scarred. You gave me PTSD. Okay, I have an idea. Let's just, like, I feel like we need to just set the trail course up right here and try all the obstacles, see which ones we like, and then put them up permanently. On horses? No, we have a tractor with forks.
It's 6 foot wide.
So what you're going to do is you're going to tip it like this, put the forks under it, push it to the back of the forks, and then just take a lead rope and tie it to the forks. Not the forks, not the spear. Right. So once you push it off, tip it on its side, forks under, because we don't have a spear, we have forks. I got you. Don't worry. It looks heavy. I'm excited about my bridge. Would y'all like to see my bridge? Let's see the bridge. It's a fantastic bridge. I feel like, listen, I will say, I feel like once we get it put where it goes, we need to like put railing and flowers. I said whenever we figure out where it goes, I feel like we need to put railing and then put like fake flowers at the top of the railing.
We were going to put rails on it, but I didn't know if you wanted it or not.
Don't you think eventually we should?
It would look nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, isn't that like how the shows are? When
Yeah.
you're like,
White paint.
We're not painting this. It is nice. It is natural.
It's all treated wood. But isn't that like when you win,
Yeah.
like you walk them up and you got to take pictures and stuff?
You don't
There's
walk.
flowers all in the front.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Champions are.
Oh my gosh.
It's the champion
We gotta
bridge.
go shopping for
I
a
do
bunch
love
of
it.
pretty fake flowers.
I know. It's fantastic. That's like a badass bridge. That is a badass bridge. This is why you're my work husband. Thank you so much for having this done for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Hugs, but well, like I just kind of threw up a little bit. I touched someone. Get it all off me. Don't worry, I feel the same way when Jess touches me. It's not just you. Look at him. He's like, did she just puke after touching me? Are you COVID positive as well? Elizabeth is COVID positive.
You trying to get sick?
I was just letting all the nurses on here that have been checking you out check you out real close. What does he have, you guys? Can you tell? It says it's not hangover syndrome, so we need to know. We're on a need-to-know basis. Is this COVID? Is this stomach virus? I smell like motivation. I smell like motivation. All right. Okay. I would just sit it like right here right now and we'll just practice with it and then we'll figure out where we want to put it. So you want to get Cicely? Who's Cassidy? Oh yeah. Is that what they named him? Like David Cassidy?
I don't know.
Fantastic.
Going out there the first time.
Are there boxes in here? Does anybody want to open this with me? Charlie, I have so many questions.
Charlie.
He said, you guys. Wendy said that she could take your temperature and she prefers to do it rectally, so bend over. Wait, come back. Open boxes with me, Jess. There's stuff and things here. Shipping. I think this goes. There's Charlie's current. Centers. Chick saddlery. For Chance. Okay.